Okay, hi students. Today our class is minimum spanning trees. Okay, so in yesterday's class we just discussed about the search algorithms, that is depth first search and breadth first search. Okay, using those two algorithms we can traverse through the graph, and we can display all the vertices of the graph. Okay, here the spanning trees are so we need to prepare a span of the graph. That is, we need to prepare a path in the tree. Okay, using all the vertices of the graph, and we need to draw the minimum path of the vertices. Okay, so this is minimum spanning trees are used for the traversing of the graph, with the different possibilities of the spanning trees. Okay, so this spanning tree is used for the connected graph, and also within the weighted or unweighted graphs. Okay, so generally we'll prefer the weighted graphs. Okay, so within this we are taking a spanning tree as the W of t. Okay, that is the number of vertices in the tree, and W is the weights of that particular tree. Okay, MST is the minimum spanning tree. Okay, we are taking the minimum costed spanning tree from the graph. Okay, so here we have, one second. Okay, so this is the example graphs we are taking. Okay, the first example graph is with the four vertices. Okay, four vertices, so that we have a possibility of the spanning trees we can draw. Is the first one is with these type of edges. Okay, from this edge, and another one is this edge and this one. Okay, we can draw the spanning tree with these three edges. Another possibility of the spanning tree is with these three edges. That is, from the set of the six edges, we are selecting any three edges, and we are forming a graph, forming a tree. Okay, so here in the spanning tree we are taking these three as the edges to connect the four vertices. Okay, so in the spanning tree we must have all the vertices, that is n vertices we must be have. Okay, we can select the maximum number of edges is the n minus 1 edges we can select in the spanning tree. Okay, so we cannot able to include all the edges. Okay, why? Because whenever you are adding a edge into the spanning tree, okay, it should not form a cycle. Okay, say for example, if you are considering this edge, it forms a cycle, so that this should not be taken. Okay, and if you are taking this edge, it also forms a cycle. Okay, so that whenever you are taking the edges, it should not form the any cycles. Okay, like that we need to select the edges. Okay, say if the same graph is represented with the weights. Okay, so now if we are using the different connections of these vertices with the spanning trees. Okay, here we are taking only one spanning tree as the best one. Okay, because the edge cost, the total cost of this tree is the 2 plus 3 plus 1 5, sorry 6. Okay, so the total minimum cost of this tree is the 6. Okay, so why we are not selecting the another two types of the spanning trees is, say if you are selecting the first one. Okay, say if you are taking this vertex, and this is the another edge, its edge cost is 2, and whenever you are drawing like this, its edge cost is 4. Okay, and if you are drawing another one, its edge cost is 1. Okay, the total is 6 plus 1 7 total cost. And for this last one, okay, if you are connecting these vertices like this, okay, considering these edges, its a cost is 4. Okay, and this cost of the edge is the 5. So the total is the 9. Already it's a 9. And if they are connecting this cost is the 1. So total is the 10. So out of these three total costs of the spanning trees, the minimum cost is the 6. So we are considering this type of a spanning tree. That is, the spanning tree should be like that with the minimum total cost. Okay, so these two graphs are giving, these two trees are giving a higher cost than this one. Okay, so that this is considered for the minimum spanning tree. Okay, the name itself, it says that minimum cost of the tree. Okay, so next, so for drawing of this minimum cost spanning trees, we have the two algorithms. One is the Kruskal's algorithm and another one is the Prim's algorithm. So Kruskal's algorithm and Prim's algorithm are the two names of the two authors of these algorithms, which are proposed to this method of the constructing the spanning tree. And Kruskal's algorithm uses the edges to construct the spanning tree, and whereas Prim's algorithm uses the vertices and vertices connections to draw the spanning tree. Okay, this is the basic difference between the Kruskal's and Prim's algorithm. And there is another difference is in the Prim's algorithm, at any time you can have a tree. We can have the output as a some tree. Okay, so because every time we'll draw the vertex and vertex to the its adjacent vertices. So you have some part of the graph, okay, as a output in the Prim's algorithm. But in the Kruskal's, okay, we are constructing the edges first. That is, we'll select the minimum costed edges from the graph, and with that we'll try to construct the minimum spanning tree, so that it may not have the proper output at a particular instance. Okay. So in the applications of the minimum spanning trees are like this. Okay. So generally we'll use in the real-time applications the minimum spanning trees is one is at the airline routes. Okay, that is airlines organizations uses the to find the routes between the two different places and the shortest route between the two different places. Okay, they uses the minimum spanning tree. And at the same time, the minimum spanning tree can also be used to find the distance on the map. That is, whenever you are seeing a Google map, you will be have the different types of lines are drawn between the different cities and different places. Okay, from that, some of our lines are shown in the thick lines. Okay, those are the best routes or minimum routes that we can reach from the source to the destination. Okay, so those are also uses the minimum spanning trees. And also it uses the minimum spanning tree to find out the best route between the two different places. And the MST is also used in the networking, okay, to transfer the information from one system to another system. Okay, it finds the network route to find to transfer the information with the less time and with the less traffic. Okay, and at the same time the MST is also used in the traffic recommendations. That is, whenever you are set the Google recommendations in the on, okay, and you are specifying the source and destination, it suggests the traffic, that is in which route you have the more traffic and which route is preferable to reach to your destination. Okay, and also suggests the best route, okay, based on the traffic or based on the distance and based on the time, it shows the best route. Okay. Okay, next we'll see the Prim's algorithm. Okay, Prim's algorithm is one of the algorithm in the minimum spanning tree algorithms. Okay, so Prim's algorithm is used to find out the minimum cost for spanning minimum costed spanning tree. Okay, this is used between the connected undirected graphs. Okay, so and these connected graphs are weighted graphs. Okay, so each and every edge is labeled with a number, that is the weight of the edge. Okay, so this minimum cost spanning tree is the which is having a smallest value of the possible with the possible edges. Okay, so we want to find out the minimum costed tree with all possible edges. Okay, so sometimes we need to be take a edges like that. Say for example, if you have the two vertices like this and two paths are like this. Okay, and we need to reach to the fourth vertex. Say for example, I want to start here and I has to reach to this place. Okay, the edge costs are like this. This is the 2 and this is the 1 and this is the say 1 and this is also the 2. Okay, so in these cases either we can select the this one or this one, but whenever you are selecting this vertex and the two least cost edges of these vertexes, okay, the first one is the least cost is the 1 and here it is the having a 2. Okay, So it selects the this one. Okay, and from this here it go for the this one. Okay, so in some situations we may have like this, uh, say for example here you may have another way to reach to the another vertex which is costing a 1. Okay, then it may select the this one. Okay, so the same two vertices has the two different edges with the two different costs. Okay, then it can select the least costed edge. Okay, so in sometimes we may have formed the cycles. Okay, so in the two, if you are selecting a particular edge which is with the less cost, but it has the, but it forms the cycle. Okay, it forms a closed cycle. Okay, then we cannot select that. Okay, say for example like this. uh, okay, 1, sorry, it's a 2. Okay, it's a 2 and 1 and 2. Okay, so actually for this we need to form a spanning tree with these two vertices. Okay, and whenever you are selecting these two vertices, okay, we cannot select this edge. Okay, why? Because it forms a cycle. Okay, we can select only these two edges in this case. Okay, in some situations we cannot select the least costed edge, okay, which may form the cycle. Okay, so and in this Prim's algorithm, E specifies the edges, and we use the adjacency matrix. Okay, so using the 1 to n and 1 to n, this is the n into n adjacency matrix we'll use in the minimum spanning tree. Okay, and we also have a T is the tree which throws the all the minimum spanning tree edges. Okay, each and every edge of the spanning tree is a least costed edge in the that particular graph, the possible number of edges of the each and every vertex. Okay, okay, this is the example, and this example is explained in the next video. Okay, so the graph and adjacency matrix, and here we have the different steps. Okay, in each and every step we will update the we'll take a one by one vertex and we'll update the its adjacency adjacent vertices. Okay, so final result is like this. Okay, okay, here these are the previous vertices. Okay, the previous vertex of the each and every vertex. Okay, that is which is considered for drawing the spanning tree. And initially we started with the A vertex, and from the A vertex we are moving to the B vertex. Okay, because B has the previous vertex as A. So B vertex, and from the B, that is we need to check where the B is specified as the previous vertex. Here B as the previous vertex. So it moves to here. Okay, now C. Okay, C has the previous vertex is here. So C to D. And next C D has the previous vertices for E. So now from D to E. Okay, next E has the previous vertices for G. Okay, that is nothing but it traverses to the it construct, that is after the E, the next vertex added is G. Okay, and next G as the previous vertex is for the F. Okay, so F is the next vertex. So this is a spanning. This is the path of a spanning. We need to move from the one vertex to another vertex. So the output of this graph, this graph and spanning tree is this one, and output is like this: A B C D E F D E G F. The total cost is sum of all these costs. Okay, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. This is the least cost that we can use. Use for the traverse from the A vertex to our final vertex. Okay, that is the final vertex is the F vertex. So in each and every stage we will select the least costed vertices and will traverse from the one vertex to another vertex. Okay, as a result we need to draw this spanning tree, and also we need to write the output of the spanning tree and total cost of that spanning tree. Okay, then only we are completed the spanning tree construction. Okay, the stepwise explanation we have in the next video.